Guys, we're back. I wasn't expecting to play this one, but it's here, so we gonna play it. Make sure we put this on live. All right, let's check out the weekly awards, and it is Jonathan Taylor. He had 183 yards through the ground, 147 through the air, 2 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns. So great game by him. What else is up here? Player negotiations. Who we got? Chris, I'm not going to resign for that much because I think he's going to regress. Yeah, none of these guys, I don't see it. Let's go into weekly strategy. We are away. They have Carson Wentz, who looks like he wants to throw it deep, so we're going to watch that. And then we're going to go half pads today. They got Chris Jones. They want us to watch blitz counters, but I'm not doing that. Let's go inside again. And then we're going to go half pads again. Play Motec next week, so I need my guys to be energized. They want us 350 yards passing, no problem, no conversions on 4th. They want 3 rushing touchdowns. If we got to do the passing, then might as well do the passing again. 450, cool with me. Jordan Davis, Jonathan, Jermaine. All right, let's go. All right, they're not fatigued. That's plus. No injuries on the defensive side of the ball. Malik still got fatigued. Jonathan Taylor got minus, so that means he got fatigue back. So he should be a lot better. And nobody's hurt. Great. What else? Upgrade. Jonathan Taylor. Let's give him power back. See if we can get his stiff arm up. Cool, acceleration and stiff arm and carrying. His acceleration is now 94. Okay, stiff arm 85. Kai Becton. What do he need? He's pretty solid all around, so we'll just keep giving him pass protector. Ooh, he gets a strength. What's his strength now? 99 strength. Let's go. Mike, give him pass protector. Pass block. Let's go. That's what I want to see. Travis. Kind of filling out the lineup, but he's still an amazing player. I might, hold on. Matter of fact, I got a spot for him, guys. I know exactly what I'm going to do for him. Jacob Harris. Xavier Thomas. He was another rookie we drafted, but Jermaine just plays amazing. He barely gets out there. Alright, let's do this real quick. I got a spot just for Travis. I'm sorry, Kenyon, but you just ain't been doing it, buddy. We're gonna try Travis back there. Same thing, we're gonna put Travis back here. And we're gonna rock out with him for the rest of the season. He has great carrying, so he shouldn't lose it back there. I think that's it. Zach Ertz is back this week. Alright, let's get it. J.J. Watt, Amari Cooper, Chris Jones. They got a amazing D-line. Alright, we cool with that. And then they got... No, we can't wear that because they got that. So what's the difference between this and this? Just the shoes? So we're gonna go with this, the white and brown. Alright, I don't think I played them before. Let's take a look. Amari Cooper, Chris Jones, J.J. Watt is X Factors. Superstars, Darius Leonard, Patrick Queen, my boy. Adoree Jackson, okay. Should be tough to run it on them. I didn't know they had J.J. Watt too, and Darius Leonard.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Broncos and the Colts, and it comes your way next.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Denver Broncos.
Starting off on defense, I love it.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. The return man, Wilson. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the
with Carson though, and I don't think he's doing nothing.
Now coming out for their opening drive.
21-6. They actually not having bad season.
6'5" quarterback Carson
Pretty average.
Wentz.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Okay, I got too many X factors out here, so they didn't put Jalen's on.
Throwing now is Wentz.
Get him, Jalen.
Eluding the pressure right.
Wow.
And he will slide to a stop.
Okay, Carson.
He knocks down the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the
sure
third
gonna
one,
run
he
it
decided
now.
he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Oh, look at the juke. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
All right, defense not starting out too
That's
great.
a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's Dobbins.
Stuff.
And he'll take
Got
this one
Bryce.
down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size.
Carson.
Pressure, and down he goes.
Good stuff.
They sack him back at the 36. Micah Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. To try again after the sack. Wentz. That's into the hands of Edwards. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. this defense for the Broncos, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so,
there's no way we can't get him.
Our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal.
Parsons, you got 94
But when you hold a
speed.
team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Oh, we almost got that.
Good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Good try, Caleb.
So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the
Go,
scoreboard,
Travis.
but it does go into the
don't
DNA
grab
of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Gonna be a tough week, boy, running.
Now, 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep.
He's gonna air it out, though.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Dang, he went straight through him. They got reaching lead or something?
Breakaway this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
No,
2nd and 13. That's going to be caught.
I don't know who 37 is, but he's getting torched.
Travis Kelce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about
that. Parsons?
Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you
got a
kind of
bye
get
week,
over a
okay.
little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jalen Phillips in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 10.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
No.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Taylor again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Taylor.
We got it. Let's go.
Into the end zone for a Denver score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all. And if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff. And it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Uncorks one for Davis. And this one is
slowed me down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Good job, Jalen.
Deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz to throw again. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Good job, Jeremy.
Across his body, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout.
Like Hollywood player.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I might like Jamar, too.
While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Flush
I had people open. I hesitated, didn't know which one to hit.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost...
Oh, let's go, Rondell. Take off, Rondell. Take off. Let's go. Good stuff.
Rondale Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw into the hands of Andrews. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down.
Thank you.
It's intercepted.
Let's go down.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Trying to get some blocks and I can air it out. This is the longest pass in his career.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Go to the door. Alright, I need Kelsey to block. I need Jonathan to block.
They're going to look to throw. He's going deep for Brown.
Let's go. I don't know who 37 is. Lee Cooker. That man getting torched.
Marquise Brown, 97 yards. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This taken in at the goal line.
Go ahead, Josh.
No chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. And they're just going to run it here.
Job Jordan.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage.
Let's take it to half.
We'll call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead in the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A huge play there for Denver. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Wentz going to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Dobbins hit, and he fumbles.
Good hit, Jeremy. I wish we would have picked it up. Good hit.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Wentz. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Who told you that?
Working from the gun, Wentz.
Picked off Jalen Ramsey. Let's go.
For the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. Brings up 3rd and inches. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. From the gun, it's Taylor.
I like purple.
And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
First down, Broncos.
It would look longer too, though.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Eat all that in.
Back now here on EA Sports. 3 quarters have come and gone.
Nah, bro, he's
We'll
looking
return
at
with
that
more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Oh, that's fine.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
We got this. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's great blocking. Good stuff, Makai. Just throw him down.
Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. As the Colts offense makes their way out, we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open.
Get him, Jalen, get him. Let's go.
Jalen Phillips with the sack. Jalen Phillips, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
15, and he been hurt twice. That's crazy to think
on
about.
Second and long. Wentz. He'll find
job,
Dobbins
Kenny.
out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he fields it cleanly. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his group. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could.
And Brown's got it for a Bronco touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Throwing on first is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the
Oh
ball
yeah,
because
he took
you're
him
not
out the
getting the
play.
benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the
Get wide
spot.
open.
That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Wentz now to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And a completion to Wilson. Shifts by him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. That's Davis. And outbounds right around the 20. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Might go get him.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's it, baby. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
A great block.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Taylor. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll try and run, Taylor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Denver, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they will get another road test next week as they head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7.
Oh, I think we just eliminated the Colts out of the playoffs. Let's go. Yeah, we get kicked to the main menu once again. Hey, that's a lot of upgrades. Ooh, he got a +1 speed. Finesse, move, play, right tackle, agility. What do you got now? 88? Ooh, that's crazy. Pass block power. And pass protector. And we can't do Hollywood. But alright guys, let's go end this one. Next week we'll go against Motec. So yeah, I'll see y'all in that one.